Don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to Mauler's critique of Resident Evil 7 Part 5, the final part. So last time I think I mentioned how I was wondering whether he was going to also cover the DLC and stuff. I did look up, apparently he isn't. He doesn't cover the DLC at all in another video, another even series of videos. He doesn't cover it at all. But he does finish at least the main story and all that info and stuff. Unless he does cover the DLC in this part as well somehow. I don't know. There's a few different DLCs, so it's like hard to say. Either way, it's been quite a while since the last time I got to this. In fact, I'm actually legitimately curious now how long it's been. And the reasons were I was focusing on other stuff and trying to get other things done first, and then the holidays and everything, and I just haven't been able to get to it. Let me see. The last one was 4 weeks ago, according to this. Let me see if I can find the exact... December 11th. Yeah, so I haven't gotten to any of this since basically a month ago, because it's the 10th currently. So it's been a month, and I've wanted to get to it since then, but again, with the holidays and just focusing on other stuff, I wasn't able to. But we're finally back to finish this out. And I'm hoping for the best here. I'm hoping for a nice, good, clean finish to this series. And again, as with every other part, there's a lot I've agreed with, a lot I've disagreed with, a lot that he said that I didn't really think were issues at all. But that's how it's usually going to go. Unfortunately, there's never a lot to actually say when I react to these. It ends up being kind of a dead zone for, like, afterthoughts. But, like, I share, that's why I try to share as much as I can of what I think while I'm actually reacting to it. Because I know there's not going to be a lot for me to actually say at the end. But that doesn't mean, by the way, that you shouldn't request me to react to these kind of analysis videos or reviews in the future. If you want me to react to something like this and you have it for like a donation reward, please choose it. Like, I'm willing to check things like this out. But yeah. I'm really interested to see how he closes this out, so we're just going to get this started. Once again, even though this is a YouTube thing, I do have to redirect it just to be safe, so yeah. When the screen fades to black, go down to this... Let's start this again. When the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the, well, part of this video series. So that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. I don't know why I say that with everything, but it's like there's not really, as I said in the pre-thought, it's not really much to talk about with this. It's like he talked about the inspirations and everything that this game took from other games and horror movies and whatnot, and it was cool seeing some of those that you know I personally hadn't really thought about. Some of them were obvious, like the Evil Dead one with Groovy. Yeah, everyone could have guessed that one. But then there were others that it's like, yeah, you wouldn't just normally think of, like the design of the molded and everything being a play on that other movie. So that was interesting to see all of those. Um, and then he talked just his overall thoughts on it. Oh, he talked about the DLC too. And the DLC, he liked a couple of them, and then the others he thought his main issue seemed to be they were too difficult. And it's like that's not really an issue in my opinion, but okay, if you don't like difficult stuff, never play Dark Souls. For me, difficult, like something being overly difficult is not an issue. It's not a problem. It's not a legitimate criticism. It's it's just someone not being able to handle that difficulty. And believe me, I've played difficult games that I've not been able to beat, that I've had trouble with, that I've gotten angry at. But I don't consider that as a criticism against the game. It's just I admit I'm not that great at games. I'm not like the best gamer out there. So it's like I most of the time it's like it's my fault, or it's just like it's not my kind of thing, or I'm not that good at it. But it's like it's not an issue of the game. Who cares if it's a little more difficult? And honestly, for this kind of game, that works. And he complained about that, especially with like the blackjack one, which it's like, oh, it's too hard. It gets too hard in the harder difficulties, to where it's like it's just unfair and stuff. And it's like it's supposed to be like that. That's kind of the point of the hardest difficulties. I don't know. Maybe it's just like I don't see that kind of stuff as an issue. Also, I thought the blackjack minigame was the most entertaining and fun of all of them. All the DLC in that first pack. It sucks that he did never talk about the Redfield DLC or the one with Jack's brother. I can't remember what it's actually called. Has something to do with Zoe as well. Um, but it really sucks because those DLCs were pretty good, especially the second one with Jack's brother. That one was really good. Um, but yeah, it's like it's all opinion. He acknowledges that. Although there are a lot of times where it does seem like he's stating his opinion as fact. And he like he's stating like he's like tries to say stuff like objectively it wouldn't be immersive and stuff like that. That's pretty much what he was saying at that one part in this video. He's pretty much like saying if you look at it, I mean obviously he didn't use these words, but what he pretty much said is if you look at it objectively, it's not immersive, but subjectively, that's pretty much what he said. And it's like, no, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. It's all based on subjectivity, on whether or not it's immersive. There is no objective immersiveness, because immersion is completely subjective as a concept. And it's like, it's completely based on a person by person basis. Anything can be immersive for anyone. And anything can not be immersive for anyone. But either way, overall, he did very much enjoy the game, and just a few little things here and there, as he mentioned, kind of kept it from being his favorite horror game, which is still very high praise. I still personally think Outlast is better, which I know it's like on his kind of thoughts and everything would be like blasphemy. But I do. I'm sorry. I think Outlast is a better, more entertaining game. Personally. But it's all subjective, so yeah. Either way, now that we're done with this, if you have played or seen anyone play Resident Evil 7, tell me your thoughts on it. What do you think of the game? What do you think of the DLCs? Let me know down in the comments below. And, yeah, if you wish to see me react to anything like this in the future, I'd definitely be willing to. The only time I really react to YouTube stuff like this, though, is when it's a donation reward. If you wish to donate to the channel, you can do so at any time, not just during mega streams. Donations can be done either via PayPal or on Steam. PayPal is probably the easier method, though. If you wish to donate to my PayPal, just let me know that you're doing it, and we can set something up, and we can work out what your donation reward will be. A donation reward not only it can be more than just YouTube. A donation reward can be a movie, which can include live action stuff, or it can be a different cartoon or anime series that I haven't reacted to or seen before. Stuff like that. Or pretty much anything on YouTube that I haven't seen before. So it's like, if you wish to donate, please do. Any amount is appreciated. And again, you get a donation reward in return. So you do get something out of it for sure. But yeah, so in the meantime, no matter what, tell me your thoughts down below, and thank you so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.